Hey friends, if you could have a feast with all of the delicious things that you love, what would it include? Wow, all of that sounds so good right now. Today's big idea is that God surprises us with blessings, that all good things come from Him. Check out our new verses for today, along with our memory verses from Psalm 23. Here they are. Check them out. The Lord is my shepherd. I have all that I need. He lets me rest in green meadows. He leads me beside peaceful streams. He renews my strength. He guides me along the right path, bringing honor to His name. Even when I walk through the darkest valley, I will not be afraid, for you are close beside me. Your rod and your staff protect and comfort me. You prepare a feast for me in the presence of my enemies. Today's big idea is that God surprises us with blessings. Our verses today, we're talking about a feast being prepared for us in the presence of our enemies. And today's story is an unusual one. It reminds me of this overabundant feast and reminds me that God works in some pretty unusual ways. Today's story is all about a woman who is in need and about our God who worked to fulfill it when she was facing some pretty tough times. Check it out.
Once a long time ago, there's a woman in Israel. Her husband had died, so she was left alone with her sons. She had to take care of her two boys all by herself. Once, a bad, mean tax collector came to her house, and he said, "Pay me my money, or I'll take your sons to be my slaves." The widow said, "Oh no! What will I do? I have no money, and I don't want to lose my sons." She was really scared. But then she thought, "I'll ask the prophet Elisha to help." The prophet said, "What do you have in your house?" She replied, "Only one jar of oil is almost gone." But Elisha had a good idea. He told the woman to go collect empty jars from all of her friends and neighbors and bring them back to her house. They went around the whole neighborhood and collected jars from all their friends. Lots and lots of jars. Hundreds and millions of jars. Thousands, millions. When the woman got home, she took out her very small jar of oil. She poured it into her first empty jar. The little jar kept on pouring till the big jar was filled. It was a miracle. One by one, she filled all the jars till there was no more empty jars left. Then she sold the oil. There was so much to sell. She had enough money to pay her debt.
Our Good Shepherd, God, prepares a feast for us in the presence of our enemies. In our story today, the widow was facing her own type of enemy. She was afraid that her sons would be taken as slaves because of the debt that she owed. Elijah understood that God was our shepherd and that God would give us all that we need. He told the widow to do something a little bit strange, to gather all the jars that she could find and fill them with oil. She sold the oil and paid the tax collector. God provided for her in a way that was totally surprising and unexpected. And God surprises us with blessings too. When you trust and follow Jesus, He might ask you to do something that sounds uncomfortable or a little bit weird. It probably won't involve gathering jars so that you can pour oil into them, but it might be to make a new friend with someone you usually wouldn't spend time with, or to stand up for someone who's getting picked on, or to show kindness and love to people who annoy you every single day. When you listen and obey, when you listen and you actually do the things that God's asking you to do, you might be surprised with the outcome. Maybe you'll be blessed with a new friend or a new way to look at the world around you. Trusting and following the Good Shepherd means that you'll be surprised, that you will be asked to do things that sound a little weird or uncomfortable, but it also means that you'll be blessed. Blessed with knowing that God knows you, loves you, and is always with you. Don't forget to memorize our new verses in Psalm 23, and I will see you later. Bye.